So I guess in kind of looking at Gears 3 campaign and the multiplayer, I mean, is there sort of a theme that you saw emerge in the game that kind of typifies it and distinguishes it from, Gears 1 and Gears 2?
That is a very, very loaded opening question, my friend.
Well, I mean, for me, one of the big themes for us was that we wanted Gears 3 not to be this barrier. Like, the people felt like in order to play Gears, you had to really know Gears 1 and you had to really know Gears 2.
Good point.
And so the theme for me really was about accessibility. We looked at what it was we were doing with the game, and we're saying, like, how do we make this game approachable to anybody? And that we really wanted Gears 3 to be the version you would go to if you've never played before. If you get somebody who said, like, have you ever played Gears? And they go, no. They're like, well, 3 is the perfect one to get into because it's the easiest to play. It's the friendliest to new players. I mean, there's something that we didn't announce because it wasn't part of the beta, but I'll mention it here today, is that competitive multiplayer getting shotgunned in the face tends to be a little bit daunting for people, and so at least I know it is for me.
Not in life, just in competitive multiplayer. That's
right.
Just want to pass that on.
So we actually created a casual area. So when you fire up Gears of War for the first time, there's going to be an area there where when you go into competitive multiplayer, it'll say, do you want to play standard or do you want to play casual? And casual actually is an area that you can only get into based on your history of not having played the other previous games. So we look at your Gears 1 achievements, we look at your Gears 2 achievements, we look at whether you played in the beta or not, and if any of these things are true, you don't get in. But if you haven't played any of those things, you can get in.
It's like the reverse VIP.
Yeah, exactly. So it's those sorts of things. When one of the things we talked to people with Gears of War 2, I said, well, how come you don't play Gears? And she said, well, you don't have aim assist. And we're like, really? And she's like, yeah, I need that alignment where it auto aligns to the target. And you guys don't do that, so I don't do that. And I'm like, really? That's the one thing that's stopping you? And they're like, yeah. And so I said, we got it now. So when you play casual, like if you've played Gears before, play hardcore. But if you haven't played Gears, casual have aim assist.
Yeah, you're talking about the left trigger pulling and auto lock on things.
Yeah,
cool.
So Ra, there's a gasp, especially
Yes.
from right up here.
Right.
This Gears of War console, what is it?
Gears, it is a first time for us Gears of War exclusive console. It comes with 2 controllers, biggest hard drive, 320 gig hard drive. One side. So you can also see we have some in-game content that comes with it. You get to play as young Adam Phoenix. You get to get the Infected Omen weapon set across all 5 weapons. And by the way, when we first announced the Infected Omen set, everybody's like, but dude, it's not animated. That sucks. And so we animated it. So the Infected Omen set is a sort of cool throbbing, pulsing thing. So and we said we were going to give away one of these today at the panel. So. So, in my hand, I have a cog, and this cog is similar to the one that comes in the limited edition. This is the award that Adam Phoenix earned for his service to humanity for inventing the Hammer of Dawn. So, is there another person in this room that has a cog like this? There you go. There's the man who wins this console.
And he's packing.
So, just come here for a sec. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to ship, this is not the final.
Okay.
So this man Ryan is going to get your information and we'll ship it to you, but it makes the Crimson Omen sound when you power it on and off. It makes the end of wave sound when you open and close the drive. It is totally cool.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Between this and the R2-D2 console, I think by the end of this console generation, I can make a fort out of all the 360s I have acquired.
Nice.
Right. Start a LAN center.
Obviously, loyal fans, but you also have a loyal cast.
The best cast, in fact. We have the best cast.
Yes. You want to run through who's returning, who might be new to the cast?
Well, absolutely. Well, I mean, I said that, I've said it publicly before, I still think we have the best voice cast in gaming, and, it's not about, to me, it's not just about celebrity, it's about quality of the talent, right? It's about people who are the top of their game and who are the best in the industry. And when you look at people like that, John DiMaggio comes to mind as a person who's a force to be reckoned with, whether it be here or a Bender in Futurama, or Adventure Time. Anyway, but also you might know, Carlos Ferro, who's rocking. By the way, I think Carlos is in the audience today. Power of the beard.
You got beer.
You can tell he's taking the role serious when he's rocking the power of the beard right there.
Sexy, sexy beard.
Another man he's at the top of his game. He's,
Carlos is that method in his VO.
And some of you might know, a small man named Lester Spade, who's the Coal Train. He might actually be in the audience as well.
He's looking so dapper.
Also a star of Transformers 3. Great job, Lester. We have a new cast member we haven't really announced. So with Clayton Carmine kind of rising up into the ranks of not being our kind of red shirt for Gears, we wanted to introduce you to Cog Gear, and we need to make sure
Cliff. Now back to Rod. Now back to Cliff. Now back to Rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Isaiah Mustafa as the voice of the Cog Gear. So one of the great things about that casting choice is we're now in Old Spice for the rest of our lives. It's awesome.
Cast just keeps getting sexier and sexier.
And actually, one of the cool things, we talked about alternate skins for all the characters. One of the things that's really cool is that the Cog Gear has an alternate called Golden Gear, where you can get a gold version with a gold helmet, which is awesome. So let's talk about new people or collaborations.
Yes. So graffiti has been kind of a key element, sort of, in the design of the, in the look of Gears. And you guys have started a collaboration with OG Slick, the artist.
Absolutely. It started off when he did the iGear LA shirt, and he did this other recent one that was available at E3 that was very, very hot with the dual lancers, kind of with a skull and crossbones look to it. What we decided to do, we're working with Slick, and he's a great guy, so talented, such a legend. We're like, why don't we see what we can do to have him do some original graffiti and put it in the game? I mean, obviously, graffiti's a part of the Gears universe, so we talked to him, worked it out with his people, and over the course of several months, he produced some really, really slick, see what I did there? That was an accident, actually. Some really nice graffiti that actually wound up in-game, and so you actually see some of this while you're going through the campaign. It'll be hidden in some spots will be right in front of your face, but it's authentic, and it's the real deal, and it turned out amazing.
I think it's pointing out OG Slick is actually in the audience. I don't know